Hi, so in today's video, I'm going to look at how I am an anti SJW. So I'm anti SJW, but at the same time, I don't consider myself to be part of the progressive movement. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So I consider myself anti SJW because I am pro-social justice. And by pro-social justice, I mean that I am pro-equality of opportunity for all in society, and that means things like progressive taxation and income subsidies for people who fall on hard times. It also means addressing racial discrimination in education, housing, employment, and especially the criminal justice system. So that's what I mean when I say I am pro-social justice. I'm also anti-death penalty and basically a kind of pro-humane society. So, so at the same time, I don't really fit into the progressive movement because I don't agree with a number of things that have become associated with the progressive movement. So one thing that I don't, when I say I don't agree with, I don't. It's not that I necessarily am strongly against it. It's just that I wouldn't see myself as a feminist. I would see myself as being more pro-gender equality, but I wouldn't associate myself with the feminist movement of today. And just one reason for that is that I feel, well, the main reason for it is I feel that in the West, women pretty much have gained equality with men. And in, and I'm not saying they have completely gained it, but I'm saying that for the minor inequalities that exist, I feel that those are balanced out by some inequalities that men suffer, I guess. And one thing that I would, just to give a quick example, is that men do suffer from health inequities as compared to women. I mean, if you just look at the mortality rate for men, men die much younger than women, and that's not a genetic thing. That is related to society and basically the kind of health status of men in society and the healthcare access that they have as compared to women. And it's not something that's genetic. Another thing is that, just observing in society, men don't get to show vulnerability the same way women do. And I think that's a major mental health disadvantage that we still live in a society where men don't get to show their emotions as openly as women do. So I don't want to kind of get too much into that because that's just a whole video of its own. But that's just two examples to illustrate that men do suffer some disadvantages as compared to women in society. So I don't think that it's really that. I don't think it's the feminism thing is as applicable to Western society as it was, say, 50 years ago. And I think feminists would better spend their time focusing on third world countries where women do suffer really, really atrocious conditions. Okay, so that's just a little bit about why I don't identify as a feminist. So another thing that is related to the feminism thing that I really don't agree with is the so-called reproductive rights kind of movement it's become a kind of key part of the feminist movement because I feel like so much equality has been gained by women that really one of the main things they focus on now is this abortion rights, and I really strongly disagree with that. And I have outlined some of my key problems with it in another video. And the final point that I wanted to make is as to why I don't feel part of the progressive movement is I do feel that, as much as a lot of people in the progressive movement, say, preach anti-racism, I do feel that there isn't that much diversity among many progressives. And I've observed this in my own life. I've made observations that, there are lots of people that, preach being anti-racist, but if you actually look in their, like, say, their workplaces, they don't employ any minorities. Or they maybe employ like 1 or 2 token minorities, but, all the people in senior positions are white. And, I may be wrong, but because I'm not very familiar with the YouTube progressive community at all. And so, feel free to correct me. But my initial observations of people in the YouTube community who are progressive is that I don't really see much diversity among them. And the irony is I actually see more diversity among anti-SJW YouTubers. I see a lot of, I don't know if it's a lot, but I do see a significant number of Black and other people of color who are in the anti-SJW community. And actually, I criticize lots of Black people for that. I don't know why they are in the anti-SJW community, but I do find that ironic that I've noticed, a number of Black anti-SJW YouTubers, but I don't really see any Black progressive. I don't see many Black YouTubers who are part of the progressive community, and I see the progressive YouTube community is mainly white. So correct me if I'm wrong again. But that's just my initial observations. The final thing I just wanted to say that actually got me to thinking about this issue again. I mean, I think about it, but it got me to, wanting to make a video on it, was that I actually found that I was actually blocked by a white male YouTuber in the progressive part of the progressive YouTube community. And I only found this out when a couple of days ago I was watching a video called Reasonable Questions for Anti-SJWs. And so when I saw some of the participants on the video, I looked them up on Twitter and I saw that he had blocked me on it. And I just thought, wow, I guess I must have done a tweet that offended him or something. So I didn't know what this man's name was, but when I saw I had been blocked, I did recognize the end of the Twitter. I don't know if it's called a Twitter handle, but the kind of name that comes after the @ sign. And I thought, yeah, I tweeted to this person one time, and there was a tweet where I did slightly disagree with him and say that racial realism is racist. And I guess he didn't like that, or maybe another of my tweets. But I don't think I was blocked by a bot or anything, because I was able to tweet him that one time. And I guess he must have been offended by it. And I just thought, wow, I can't help wondering, had I been white, would he have blocked me just for that minor quote offense? But anyway, if you're wondering who it is, I'm going to try and show you the screenshot of the being blocked, just in case anyone's doubting what I'm saying. But yeah, that's what I have to say today for today's video. As I said, I'm anti SJWs, but at the same time, I just wanted to say in this video that I don't consider myself part of the progressive community. I'm very much pro-social justice, but I'm not your average progressive, and that's why I use the term trendy lefty. And trendy lefty is a term they use in the UK. They used to use in the UK when I grew up in the UK, and it basically describes people that embrace everything progressive, and they act in stereotypical ways that a person on the left is they act in stereotypical ways, basically. And so I use that term in the title. Anyway, I don't want to go on any further in this video. I've said all I have to say. I'd be interested in hearing your comments to see if anyone else, can identify at all with it. Do you feel that you don't fit into a political movement? Do you feel like you agree with some aspects of a number of movements? I'd be interested in hearing your comments. And now I'm going to try and show you the screenshot. Just one moment. Okay, so I don't know if I got that or not, but thank you for listening, and bye.